Gather round and listen close, all good people of Varia, and I will tell you our oldest story. It is the oldest because it is the last, but it is also the first. Stories such as these are like night fading back into day, and day bleeding into night. Now, mortal brethren, look to the stars and gaze into infinity. For before there was a beginning, there was Aether, and before there was an end, there was Siphon. The two remained in perfect balance, Aether's light balancing Siphon's hunger and desire for conquest. But great Siphon grew ravenous and restless in his sleep, and though Aether's stars shed their light and bound him, they would be not enough to contain him. And he awoke and began to eat until a great portion of our sky was black and bleak and empty. His hunger would not be sated until he had consumed Aether and all her light. The two battled and shook the foundations of our universe. But Siphon was the larger and the stronger of the two, and he wounded Aether and cast her to the edges of the universe, where she retreated exhausted to her first star. Long ago she had forged it, and now it sat cold and empty, its light long burned out, and there within its heart she hid. But Siphon was no fool, and even a dead star could not hide her light from him. He opened his great maw and devoured the star and Aether in a single bite. And so the universe was cast into nothingness. Siphon, pleased with himself, began once again to sleep, while within his belly, clever Aether set about her task. Deep within her last star, she began to sing to her children, and the star's heart began to burn once again. Her song carried, echoing off Siphon's ribs and bones, calling her children to her, and from them she took the purest metals, for only the purest would be able to pierce Siphon's flesh. And when she had enough, she used the burning heart of the star to forge a blade imbued with the star's life. For it was this power, Aether's power, that was the only thing that could wound Siphon. And this sword she would name Corius, in the language of the gods, meaning simply her star. And with gleaming blade at hand, she cut Siphon from the nape of his neck to his navel, and Siphon bled, stars and darkness pouring back into the nothingness, expanding and contracting all at once. And a great wound this blade had caused him, and his undoing he screamed, shattering himself, and a casting Aether and her light violently from him, spreading them all to the far corners of the universe once again. Now at last her stars could shine, her light pierced the darkness, and Siphon once again is held at bay. The scales returned to perfect balance.